In a long time coming, way man done the work.
Done the work.
Bolo for this side, don't been around the clock. No some 100 men, they way the work at 7 o'clock.
7 o'clock. So we have an artist among us here.
Share that men
That's
from
Sparrow
Boko,
Club.
for
That's
keep
the
the dog.
artist. This is
Finish
track.
pop your
I like this.
This is the one that's
if life
giving
been
them
a
bars
dice,
like
now
this.
maybe double 6. Men then jotting them, that shit they make me sick.
Alright. Ladies and gentlemen, chicas and chicos, welcome. This is the Microphone Kartell. Today is going to be a very, very beautiful, exciting, and one of the best days we've had in a while. And we just want to start. Today we want to explore, we want to hear from the mind's mind. We want to hear from a different perspective, get into spaces we've never gotten into, and hear stories we didn't even think existed from where we're coming from in Cameroon and where we're living. Kalakuta, Baba, you're welcome. What's up, my co-host? What's happening?
You already know, bro. Today is going to be a great day. Today is going to be a special day. We have a great inspiration, different minds. Let's see how the world thinks.
That's what it is. Let's see how the world thinks. Now, I have to read something very long, but I will cut it short because he's the best. He's the best. We're not talking because he's here, but actually somebody who knows how to explore, somebody who knows how to give us a different vision and a different version of where we want to be, where we are headed, and how we see ourselves. So today, by my right, his name is Tala. He was given the name Tala here, which we're going to go there. But I'm talking about Joshua T. Berglan, known globally as the world's mayor. He is an omni media architect, best-selling author, award-winning producer, media strategist, speaker, creator of the World's Mayor Experience, and visionary behind the Sovereign franchise, a creator of first media infrastructure model designed to help individuals, communities, schools, non-profits, churches, NGOs, and emerging leaders on their own story platforms, intellectual property, and economic future. So what we're talking about here is somebody who wants to tell us, you have a story, you can tell your story. Now by you telling the story, you can be the owner of that story. Ladies and gentlemen, if your hands are not too heavy or are not occupied, put your hands together for Joshua, who's here with us today. Joshua, welcome, sir.
Thank you very much. I'm happy to be here. Thank you both.
We are grateful having you. I wouldn't even lie. I was going through Facebook today and something caught my attention. You get lost on purpose, right?
Yeah.
Okay, now you getting lost on purpose. Tell us how that happens. Why do you do that?
Well, I've been doing this forever. Like even back in America, no matter where I go, or even if I'm in my own state or my own city, I always try to find a new way home. It's, for me, I think it ties into the fact that I'm a big picture thinker and I can also see how everything connects. I like to connect the dots. And so when it comes to exploring, I like to get lost on purpose so I always know. Sometimes it's for protection, sometimes it's to know if I'm in a dangerous situation, how to get out. Sometimes it's just because I'm curious and I want to meet new people. I have a very curious mind, and, leading with the power of curiosity has been something that has gotten me in a lot of trouble. But yet all of that trouble has helped me live the life I've lived, and I have no regrets.
That's good. We are scared a lot. I think we don't get to feel what you feel because we are afraid. We are fear. I don't know. Is that right? Yes, we're scared a lot. So most times we don't get to explore and see things in a different light and see things in different ways. But this caught my attention. Beauty can still rise from what once broke you. You tell us there's a lot you've seen in Cameroon. There's a lot it's there, but the world doesn't see it. and just you walking around seeing volcanic eruption, seeing a lot of things that we've been exploited from, and we don't know the value of them. What do you think these statements stand for? This particular beauty can still rise from what once broke you.
I'm going to use an analogy, so bear with me as I paint this picture. A lot of people here in Cameroon want to go to America because they see the big buildings, they see wealth, they see success, they see, to me, a plastic beauty. And there's a lot of beautiful things in America, but the things that get promoted through the media and Hollywood are very superficial and not real, synthetic. It's like we're a country with fake boobs, you know? It's we're cosmetically enhanced. You know, you can make an 85-year-old woman look like a 21-year-old woman with makeup, right?
That's right.
And so what I'm getting at is sometimes what's beautiful is not what we perceive it. Sometimes life's greatest hardships are not, they're not meant, it's not the devil trying to kill us. Mm-hmm. Maybe it's to help us change the way that we think or help us refine ourselves. And when I see Cameroon, yeah, sure, I see there's a lot of buildings that have been abandoned. Mm-hmm. Some of it's been destroyed by war. You know, the oceans are, and I'm not blaming Cameroonians for this because it's a global problem. The beaches are dirty in a lot of places, and it's not solely Cameroon's fault. It's a global problem. It's a lot of countries' fault. Mm-hmm. But if you can see past that, oh my God, it's the Garden of Eden. The oceans, the way that the trees, like when you go around the beaches and you see the beautiful trees and the rock formation, the black volcanic rock, and how the water crashes against it. It's like looking at moving art nonstop. I've complimented your art you have here in the studio.
Thank you very much.
I love art, but I see beauty and pain. I find the joy and suffering is another thing. You find the joy and suffering, you're free. So Cameroon, to me, I see all of this beauty. Some people will focus on the things that are wrong. It's like focusing on what we don't have versus being grateful for what we do have. I look at Cameroon and I see, wow, there's a lot to be grateful for here. You guys know about my tremors that the longer we're here, you're probably going to see my head start shaking a little bit. Mm-hmm. But, you know, Cameroon has given me life. Like, I don't have to live in isolation anymore. The food has been healing me. The love of the people. Not that everyone likes me here, mm-hmm. but Cameroonians as a whole are very loving, welcoming, friendly people. You all do community better than anyone I've ever seen in my life. Anywhere in the world I've been. There's so much here that is life-giving, but I think a lot of people focus on the problems and not focus on what's right about Cameroon. And I think if more people focused on what's right about Cameroon, then more people would want to come to Cameroon to enjoy the beautiful places that are here to experience. If you're an adventure lover, if you're a food lover, if you're a music lover, like Cameroon has so much to offer. I think tourism would be bigger here, not to come and take and destroy, but to celebrate this amazing country. But also the people that live here, I'm not saying everyone does this, but I think if more people focused on what was right about Cameroon, they would take more pride in this country and doing the things that are necessary instead of waiting for the government to do it or blaming the government. That's they right. would take action themselves, because really the people have more power than they think they do.
Yeah.
The people in power have way less power than they pretend to have.
Yeah.
The power is in the community. And I'm here hopefully to help change that, or help change that mindset for people to realize
the mindset. Thank you very, very much. Well, talking about what is right, you said if a country that produces cocoa can have control of what is being made from it, like chocolate, like coffee, skincare. A country that produces cotton can have control of cloth or of what goes out. Is this a mindset, like you said, of us being limited, or it's something we have been caged, or we have been forced to believe that we don't have power, and we turn to believe with those who are the upper echelon?
I think it's been a mind trick. I think it's been a mindset that has been beat into people over however long maybe 100 years longer, maybe, I don't know. I don't know the exact time, but one of the videos that inspired, what inspired that video was seeing something from Dr. Miles Monroe that was telling the history of Africa and why the African farmer's poor. And so it made me take a deeper dive into trying to understand. And then I realized that in the same way, like you are independent creators, right? You don't have an agent. You've done all this on your own.
Yes.
It's the hard way, right?
The hard way.
But you could get hired by a giant studio, get agents, have big sponsors, and guess what? You have no freedom anymore. Now all of a sudden you do what they tell you to do. You say what they tell you to say.
That's right.
You're independent, so now you can be who you want to be. Believe it or not, media ties into the farmer more than anything. Like in the same way Hollywood has told these stories of Africa, pretty much ignored Cameroon, but Hollywood's told the stories of Africa, but they haven't told the truth. They've used media to manipulate the world into believing something that is not true.
That's right.
The power of media, believe it or not, has also affected the farmer because the media has not been in the power of media has not been in the people's hands until now. And now the farmers have an opportunity to take control of the narrative. And by taking control of the narrative, because now you don't have to hire people to do commercials for you, you can be your own commercial.
Yeah.
You can create your own documentary. You can start to have a voice. The farmer can go directly to the consumer now. The farmer now has the opportunity, instead of selling their product to someone that's going to manufacture and turn it into chocolate, then sell it for a huge profit. Now they can have ownership in every step of the process, but it starts with media. And like I could talk about this for freaking hours, but now one of my biggest passions here, even though media is the real reason I'm here, the audience, even though I'm here for the drug addict, I'm here for the former prostitutes, I'm here for the people that are mentally ill and disabled and the people that have been shunned from society. That's who I'm here for, the voiceless.
That's right.
But the greatest example of that I've learned is the farmer. And the cool thing is that there's a lot of farmers that, this is not the cool part, there's a lot of farmers that are illiterate.
Good.
And can't read and write. But you know what they can do? They can talk.
That's right.
And because of technology now and accessibility, now that farmer can still have a voice and change things.
That's right.
Anyway, what are you going to say?
No, I was thinking maybe they are like that maybe because they might not have the right tools, like the right instruments and the right to go into the farming. Like, that's what I'm saying. Like,
Media can provide the revenue streams for them to start providing for themselves the right tools.
most of them are illiterate. They don't even know how to use the Android phones. Most of them, if I can say.
But that's where the young people come in
That's right.
and get to help bridge that gap for them. That's why I'm not trying to pat myself on the back.
No, that's right.
But the reason I'm talking about this is to inspire young people and young farmers to get with the older farmers to help share their wisdom to the world and then work together and bridge this technology gap to bring them together, because some of these farmers may need a younger voice.
That's right.
But if they both have the same goal and alignment, odds are that young farmer is not going to look to take advantage of that old person. Maybe it's the son helping speak for the father.
Or the mother.
But either way, it's people speaking for themselves and not having me. I don't want to speak for you all.
That's right.
I don't want to speak for none of y'all. I'm going to speak for myself.
Yes, sir. That's right.
I don't want to speak for, I didn't even want to speak for other Americans. I want to speak for myself and myself only, in the same way I want to empower you and you, which you're already doing, to speak for yourselves. The farmer needs to speak for themselves.
That's right.
Thank you very much. Talking about media empowerment, the media company in a box, from book to field, the cell phone sovereignty workshop. This is why the phone first part matters. Your phone first is the main thing. That's what you say. Now tell us what this is all about. The phone first part. Why does that matter, and why do we need to know about that?
Well, that course you're talking about is actually from my book that I wrote several years ago. I don't call myself a prophet or anything like that, but I am a futurist, and I knew what was coming. I knew that the world would be one-person media organizations, entrepreneurs, especially with the rise. There's lots of reasons for this. The rise of neurodivergence, also with media becoming more accessible. People and I knew it for myself because I became a one-person media company in 11 years ago, even before we had AI really. I knew that this was the future, but for me, I had to do this because I had no other option. I had a big vision and a big dream, but I was mentally ill, recovering from severe addictions, and was disabled. Like I wasn't getting a job, but God put this big dream inside of me, and so I had to find a way. And I realized that learning every possible form of media was the way. And then it also never made sense to me, why in the world would you promote platforms you don't own? Like when people start a podcast and they get on iTunes and Spotify and Pandora and all the other ones, and then YouTube and then Facebook and TikTok and X, and they go, when you try to get everyone to follow you on all those platforms, they're like, you can't do that effectively, but you know what you can do? You can promote your own platform. So many years ago, it made sense to me to centralize. I can have all of these different varieties of content through books, film, documentaries, courses, podcast, audiobooks, services. I could have all of that, which seems like multiple different things, but I'll make it easy, everybody, and just put all of it on my website and centralize it. And that's really where Media Company in a Box came from. But then the realization too that all of these media tools are free to use. So now what that means is the gatekeepers, where you don't need an agent, you don't need a manager, you don't need a label, you can do it all yourself. And for some people like me that were mentally ill, disabled, and had no money, that was my only option. But guess what? Now other disabled people can do it. Other mentally ill people can do it.
That's right.
And for me, I was locked in isolation until I came to Cameroon. So I couldn't go out. I couldn't really leave the house. But I could produce and create and monetize all my content from at home. And I had built my platform. But I have one avenue to promote, my name. That is your digital real estate. It's what you own. So the book became that. And then God put it on my heart to give it away for free and not charge for it. But I have to tell you something. I was ignored for years. People thought no one paid attention.
That's right.
The only people that would come to my workshops were in Africa and India. Seriously. For the only people that read my book were in Africa. For years. Even before I wrote the book. And now it's kind of funny. I rewrote it. I updated it right before I came to Cameroon. And now, as of the last month, all of the content is about one-person media companies. I'm not taking credit for it. I just wrote the book on it and the playbook on it. But my platform has been established for 11 years. Other people have to figure out how to build it, but I'm giving away the blueprint for free. Hollywood is shifting gears now. Like all of this content that's telling people, colleges, athletic departments now are becoming their own media company. It's how they make money. It's endless revenue streams. My system, Media Company in a Box, allows anyone to create endless revenue streams using their God-given gifts, talents, and their intellectual property, their stories, their testimonies. With your story, you can launch so many different revenue streams. It's insane. All you have to do is learn all of the media tools, and my book teaches that. I've been giving it to everyone free in Cameroon. Everyone in Cameroon who asks for it gets it.
Thank you very much for that.
And I don't even care if you try to steal my idea. I want you to. I want you to. If you're watching out there, try to steal my idea. Please do. Please steal my idea, because I want this to spread like the gospel. I really do. Because it's going to set people free, and it's going to empower people. They're going to start owning their voice. And honestly, when people start speaking their truth, it's going to hurt people's feelings. When people find out the truth about Africa, when people start hearing stories about Cameroon they've never heard, and which is no story they've heard, it's going to break the hearts of so many people, because they're going to realize they are complicit in some of the hell that's happened here. But then there's going to be a healing that begins. And Cameroon is going to lead that. And I also believe you can make fun of me for saying this, but I also believe that Cameroon is going to be a major reason why Africa becomes one sovereign whole nation.
That's what it is. I love that.
Thank you very much for that. Thank you for complimenting Cameroon and all of that.
Oh, I love it here.
Talking about having a media in your hand, knowing how to use it, it's a good thing. It's a powerful tool. The question now is, do you think we need regulations here? Remember, the UK just passed a law. People below 16 are not supposed to be on social media because it causes a lot of depression and anxiety, and it happens. And China too does the same thing with people. Before being an influencer, you need to have a degree. You must have gone to school. You know the basics and understand a lot of things. Now, when we come to the social scope, the social space in Cameroon, what do you think are those things you've seen, you've understood, being on the field, and you think needs changes? They need to tweak them.
Yo, I'm 47, and social media makes me depressed. I can't look. TikTok makes me want to slip my wrist sometimes. YouTube, my algorithm suits me, my personality better, but TikTok's like a landmine. X is like a landmine. Facebook's so boring that it just makes me want to go to take a nap. It's like watching golf. It's just, I don't like it. But honestly, here's the thing. I wouldn't allow anyone under 18 to be on social media without parents supervising the account. I would have a lot of control mechanisms there. But because kids are so intelligent now and they know how to use their phones, what they should be learning how to do is build their own websites and create their own media enterprises using my book, Media Company in a Box. Because instead of being doom scrollers, just scrolling all day, being what's the word, consumers, they need to be producers, creators, and owners and monetizers. And if they do that, then they build their own platforms, they build their communities digitally and in real life. But then their parents overseeing their social media accounts can utilize clips and other things to help market and then drive traffic back to the platform, because no one should be promoting anything on social media unless you can make a video, you can write a beautiful poem and a post, drop a sample of your song, but you should always be driving people back to your website platform. And the same goes for kids, because kids, this is not to take away their power and their fun. This is to empower them to change the game. Kids have matured fast. They have access to things their eyes should not be seeing. Look, I'm 47. I'm sensitive to what I hear. I'm sensitive to what I see. That's no lie.
That's right.
I'm not even a religious person. I'm a man of God, but I'm not a religious person. But trust me.
That's right.
I know this.
That's right.
If I'm looking at boobs all day, guess what?
Good.
So talking about social media, talking about the influence of social media, can you bear with me? What can you say? Can you bear with me that social media has brought more bad influence, more bad than good? What can you say about it?
Look, there's a personal responsibility that is factored in. The answer to your question is yes. However, we have the power to change what we see on social media to some degree. And unfortunately, bad behavior, again, sexualized content, vulgar content, violence, that has been rewarded so much. And I think the algorithms have been pitted against us, and we have to work extra hard to change our algorithm. But again, TikTok's a landmine. I only listen to positive things. Although there's this couple that I can't stop watching. It's like a train wreck. I can't stop watching. I contribute to it. But I really try to train my algorithms, right? But I still get hit with something that makes me depressed. So to answer your question, yes. But we are still responsible too. We play a role in that. We really do.
Playing a role, responsibility, and being people who take accountability. I will honor you and respect you on that, because you've played a lot. You've played a big role with us waking up, opening our socials and seeing people having a reason to live, a reason to actually show out what they're doing. Now, there is a guy you've been constantly promoting his music, and that's the rule you've taken upon yourself to tell people he's good. Listen to him. I just love what he's doing. and you've been there on a constant. And it's every day I wake up and I just listen to this guy. I like his music.
Yes.
Where did that story come from? Where did that story come from? How did you meet him? What about his music touched you specifically, and you felt like, okay, this is something I want to see it go far?
Max Teifer?
Yes, Max.
TikTok. Found him on TikTok, and he approached me. He said, he actually sent me an email. He didn't approach me through TikTok. He approached me the right way. And he said, I would love to, no one will listen to me, but I would love to appear on your platform. But there was more details to it than that. And I said, I don't really do that, but let me see your music. I mean, I do it in a different way. I don't just like make somebody a page and go,
That's
here you
right.
go. That's not what it's for. But I listen to his music, like I really listen to it. And I'm like,
This
what?
is good.
This is legit. I don't give fake compliments. I don't do it. I will not do it. If I don't like something,
You will not say you like.
I'm not going to say, I'm not going to go, oh, it's okay. I'm not that guy. I don't. And especially when it comes to somebody's talent or their gift, giving fake compliments is a kiss of death to them. So, but his music was legit. And I said, listen, I won't like make a page for you on my platform, but I'll interview you and I'll promote you because you're legit good and you deserve to be celebrated. I still talk to him all the time. Like I told you all about Quoted, the free media website.
Yeah.
I got him to go create a page on there so he could start sharing his music links so he can start getting interviewed by people from around the world because he deserves to be heard.
That's right.
And he's very passionate about what he does. I'm a sucker for someone who's all in on their passion because I know what it's like as somebody that went all in on the purpose that God created me for. I know how lonely that journey is. I know how, oh my God, it's maddening and wanting to quit. And like somehow when you surrender that, God's not going to let you quit no matter how much you try. And even when you think you're dying, you're not going to die because you're not done yet.
You're not done yet.
That's right.
So I'm a sucker for people that go all in, and he has gone all in. And someone frankly needs to believe in him as much as I do because he has real talent. But I have some other musicians that are going to be coming on too. Oh yeah, I'm more passionate about working with now farmers, but artists, for me, the creative mind, people that are willing to take creative risks. I want to showcase them to the world, and I've met some of the most. Leoman, who lives in Yaoundé, I met even before I came here. I'm going to be interviewing him soon. I'm so excited because he's one of the most versatile talents I've ever seen in my life. I've met brilliantly talented people in Bamenda. Oh my gosh!
And you just met Sparrow.
Yeah. Yes. Oh, yes. And his music.
Yeah.
I was bobbing my head like going, man, this is good. This is like going to be in a movie someday.
Yes,
and then also Tila Tafari. When we first met, it didn't go so well, but then like online, but we've become friends and like, she's a great talent too. She's a brilliant, painter. But her music too is legit. There's so many great talents here that need to be exposed to the world.
A lot that needs to be exposed.
Right. So can we talk about like cultural difference? Like I want to know about cultural difference. What's considered polite in your country that sounds strange elsewhere? Like what's considered polite in your country, allowed, legal, normal? That doesn't sound polite elsewhere.
Okay, the first thing I could think of that makes me laugh, and this honestly makes me laugh because I just had thought about it the other day. Our cameraman almost died.
Almost died. Don't die, please. Don't die, come on, please.
I had this observation that I haven't seen any toilet seats at all, really, here. And in America, like especially if you live in a house with a woman, you got to put the toilet seat down so they don't fall in. So the other day I just was staring at the toilet going, American women would die here.
I get the point. We don't like toilet seats.
I was like, dude, what do people do with them? Like, where do they go? I couldn't figure it out. I still don't know the answer, but it makes me laugh. I don't even want to know the answer. Look, I can't even think of a real example, but everything, I will say this, everything's different. Everything's different here. The one thing I like is there's a true authenticity, a more true authenticity that I've ever seen. Like, in other words, if someone's not happy to see you, they don't really pretend that they're happy to see you.
Right.
There's not many fake smiles you get.
That's right.
And I like that, but I don't, it's hard for me to think of a good example except to say there's nothing the same for me here. Now, people are people. In the end, people are people. We all have the same basic needs. Unfortunately, Cameroon has most of their basic rights taken from, like, they don't have a lot of the basic human rights y'all don't have here, right?
That's just
because of that makes everything different. But because you don't have your basic human rights met here, you all rally together. Someone of a different religion, a different belief system, you find ways to still do life together, have community, help each other. There's a lot of things you do community well. I said that at the very beginning. You all do that really well. In America, we're very isolated and divided. I blame the media for this, and also for people not being media literate. That's also a personal problem.
Personal problem.
It's not, you can't just blame the media because you choose to consume.
Good.
And that affects already Africa. It's already affecting Africa, because before, I can remember when we were young, we never had phones, we never had any communication means. But when we like finish from school, we know that at this particular time you have to meet this person here. So we like communicate without no social media and all those things. Yeah.
I do want to say something though, and this may make people mad, but I feel like I need to say it. Africa time's bullshit. Being late. Like, if you set an appointment for people,
Thank you for that.
show up on time.
That's
Like, if you have an event, if someone's throwing an event, a free workshop, and you say it starts at 3 o'clock, but you roll in at 4, don't even come. You've missed all the juice.
Don't come.
No one's going to wait for everyone. It's inconsiderate, especially if someone's given their time. But then even if you set a Google Meet meeting, like, other people have other things to do. So if they're scheduling the time with you, that means it's scheduled, especially if they have an online calendar, it means they take their time serious. Show up on time. If you're not going to be on time, message and say, I'll be late. Don't just assume that it's okay to be 30 minutes late.
That's right.
That thing has got to change, especially as Cameroonians start getting showcased all over the world.
That's right.
And they start getting opportunities in Paris. They get opportunities in New York City and Las Vegas and even Mexico City and Shanghai and Sydney, Australia. You're not going to show up late? What if that cost you millions of dollars?
Yeah.
And guess what? If someone shows up late for me, I already know I can't trust them.
You can trust them.
Right.
They don't get another chance. What if I'm the one that's going to make you the millions of dollars and you didn't show up and you didn't even call?
That's right.
And so I'm very vocal about this because it needs to change. You can't just say, oh, it's an African thing or call it black man time. First of all, it's disrespectful because not all black men and not all Africans are like that.
That's right.
It's got to stop, in my opinion.
That's right. And it's something like we are normal. It's like normal for us. Something like it's a normal routine for us. That's like an illness in this Africa, especially in this Cameroon. It's very alarming. So it's really something that we should work on. It's really something to work on.
I think having your mindset and being around you and living in your space is something most people want to actually feel or get a test of in a day. You said you were passing by and some kids were singing and shouting, white man, white man, white man.
Oh, that's everywhere I go, man.
And you actually taught them how to sing it well and you joined them in dancing.
No, they weren't dancing. I've taught them the white man dance.
Okay.
And I just made it up because the one thing that's happened here, there's been some videos of me dancing with the fawn and Bafut. And then some other videos of me dancing. And I'm not really a dancer, but I'll do it anyway because I have fun.
That's right.
So I just one day said, I'm going to make up a dance for this the next time I hear it. And so I was in, how do you say it? Backaby? Did I say it wrong? I said it wrong. Oh my God, that's embarrassing.
No, it's okay.
That's where I went to the cocoa farm.
Yes,
and there was about 20 kids. and they were screaming, white man, white man, white man, white man. And I said, well, if you're going to sing it, you might as well dance too. And they looked at me funny, and they go, white man. And then I started, well, white man, white man. And so now, and then the next 2 days I was there, when they would sing it, started dancing. So I wanted to video it just to but I didn't have the parents around to go, hey, is it okay to video your kids?
Yes.
So I didn't video it. But I know enough kids now that know the dance that I'm going to start asking the parents if I can make a music video out of it.
Just fun. Dance.
It makes me laugh, man. It's so, and plus, they have this look of curiosity of who the heck is this dude? And then now the kids that I've been living in the same place for a while now. So the kids I really know. So when they're coming home from school and I see them, I just walk them home. And I love them so much, and they're just, I can't get enough of it. Even going to the orphanages, they sing it. So
well, man,
I try to have fun with it. I don't even know if it's meant to be something bad, but either way, it's always turned into something beautiful.
Perfect.
So I take I don't know if pride's the right word, but I really enjoy it.
I really appreciate how you enjoy yourself. Most times when I see, I just start laughing and I say, if everybody could just look at life the way you look at life, it's going to be a safe heaven, a safe space for all of us. Now you were knighted from Bafut. Yes, this is now you're in a royal clan. So
yes.
when we want to talk to you, we will say
yes.
We won't call you Joshua. We know we'll say Mbe. So you're knighted, and you were given the name Kala.
Yeah.
So tell me the Bafut experience before we get to somewhere a little bit deep. Then we step out of.
Okay. Here's the thing. Honest to God, I don't feel worthy of that name because I haven't even gotten close to finishing what I came here to do.
That's right.
I've been serving like crazy and teaching workshops, and I've been giving my all here. But I don't believe titles should come. I quit using it. I've started to feel convicted by it because I want to really truly earn it. And they said my spirit earned it, and the fawn knows, to trust his instincts and go with it. But in my spirit, I'm not ready to own that name until the mission's accomplished. And so that's I don't really use it anymore unless if it just is necessary. But I want to get the job done before I'm given titles like that, Now I own the world's mayor name, and that is I live it. It's everything I do. It's my mindset. It's not an ego thing. 11 years ago when I bought the domain, theworldsmayor.com, it wasn't out of ego, and people thought it was. I'm just in my spirit, I was like, you're going to show them why you're called that.
That's a great mindset.
That's for me. I want to be in service. I want to position people into areas of greatness, because if you put people in areas of strength, we're all given different gifts and talents. And if you strategically position them, you can go on to accomplish solve some of the world's biggest problems. So I'm seeking people that are willing to step into their purpose. And that's why I get excited when I meet them, because then I'm going to elevate them. I'm going to do everything in my power to elevate them and position them for greatness. And if I can get them all to work together, then we can go tackle some big problems, some big global problems. That's why I'm the world's mayor. It's not an ego. It's a mindset. It's a way of being and living. And I live it every day.
That's right. So right here, this
and it's black.
Yes, this is like a gift from you, from the Microphone Kartell to you.
Oh, bro, can I wear it now?
There you can wear. It's like a normal cup. It's called. We can give you a title of Talking Bang. Wild man, like we were saying.
Taki Bang?
Yeah, Talking Bang.
Taki Bang.
Yes, wild man.
Do I have it on right?
Yeah, that's right.
Oh, I like this. And it's black. It's my favorite color.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, thank you so much.
Since you wear the Microphone Kartell. That's a gift from the Microphone Kartell.
You're going to see me all over Limbe wearing this now. Wow, thank you.
You're welcome.
You look good with it. You look good with it.
I think I haven't seen it yet, but I think I do.
It's good.
It fits good.
It's good. You've mentioned purpose here quite a number of times, and I'm really happy when I get you to talk about purpose, finding life's purpose, understanding purpose, and why you're doing what you're doing. Now let's get deep before we just say, okay, we want to call it off. A journey from wreckage to redemption. The devil inside me. In the words of Tala himself, the devil inside me was never the end of the story. It was the beginning of the confession that finally set me free. Looking back at how this trajectory changed your life, can you take us into the space just for a minute? Someone who needs awakening is watching this right now.
Well, that book was my confession. Before that, it was like I was telling like 98% of the truth of my life. I built a pretty big audience in my original podcast, but I was hiding a couple things because I was really worried about what the public thought. Mm-hmm. And I remember hearing this expression, 98% of the truth isn't the truth. And it rattled me to no end, but I was still scared. But also, like, I was mentally ill. I was a chemsex addict for 20 years. If you don't know what that is, it's basically cocaine, meth, any stimulant drug, and sex. They went hand in hand. And I couldn't stop. That was my demon. That was my devil. On top of mental illness, which was dissociative identity disorder. But I had many opportunities when I was working in Hollywood and LA to have big parts that would have changed my life forever. Would have made a lot of money, would have been known, I would have accomplished these goals that I had. And, but every time I was stepping into success, I would sabotage it because I was worried about what people would find out about me. And because of that, every time I would get this momentum heading towards massive, I already had money, a lot of money in the bank, but then I'd lost it. But then when I was rebuilding my life, I would get this momentum, and then right at the face of success, I would go do something to absolutely wreck it, and I'd go 20 steps back. 98% of the truth isn't the truth, and so I knew the only way was to be honest and to be brutally honest. Not just say, I was a no-good sinner, and I was a womanizer and a drug addict, and no, I had to like cut myself open and go, this is what's real. Sure. Because there's plenty of naked videos and pictures of me doing drugs and some god-awful things and sex parties and doing stuff that I won't remember doing, things I remember doing, things I have nightmares still of doing, god-awful things, being a brutal cheater, being an abuser, overdosing 6 times, going to jail, shaming my family, being a deadbeat dad, getting HIV. I didn't get HIV from eating Fruit Loops. I mean, I got it from being a dangerous drug addict and sex addict, and whether it was from a needle or it was from the sex or all the above. Mm-hmm. I mean, I got every type of disease you could imagine. I was not a good man, and I didn't care. Like, I wanted to die. And I tried my hardest to die. Like, every time I set out to do drugs, I couldn't stop. I wouldn't stop until I blacked out. It was a true demon. I mean, again, I had dissociative identity disorder, but I had a demon too, and I call it the passenger. When I let it take over, there was no stopping. The pivotal moment am I allowed to be kind of graphic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay. Well, so I surrendered I was in the psych ward. I was locked up in the psych ward in LA County Jail, and I was facing 5 years in prison for domestic violence. And I won't go into the whole story. It's the last chapter of the book, yes. Death. But what I will tell you is that I surrendered my life. And I had a very supernatural experience, and everything changed for me. Like, everything changed in that moment. I ended up getting out of jail 4 days later. I didn't have charges. I was free, and then ended up being homeless right after that. That was kind of crazy, but it was only for a few weeks, and it was really, it's not as dramatic as it sounds, but being homeless does suck. It just was not as dramatic as it sounds. I wasn't
Good.
on the streets. I was living in a $105,000 car, and then realized that I had Marriott hotel points, and I was like, oh, wait a second, I can get a room now. and then a Muslim woman, like right at the end of this 2 weeks of being homeless, basically, I found a Muslim woman that let me rent a room in her mansion for like nothing. So, I mean, I could have still been homeless, but like that door opened. Like, I mean, I was very fortunate. I mean, that's why even with my faith being what it is, and I'm not of the Muslim faith, I'll never talk bad about a Muslim ever.
Perfect.
Ever. Of any religion, because I've seen more devotion to God from Muslim people
100%.
than I've seen people that share my faith.
True.
And I'm not knocking anybody. I'm just saying this is true.
It's a reality.
It's a reality. So anyway, so I was cruising along. I was doing well. But one of the biggest mistakes I made, because I was very insecure, codependent, you know, I was battling, like getting over the drugs. That was one thing. But I stayed in the toxic relationship, and I'm not knocking her either, because I contributed to all of it. I stayed in this toxic relationship that landed in me jail 2 times. We ended up getting back together. And because I was doing the work to heal, she wasn't, and it was causing these setbacks.
Yeah.
And so, long story short, I was part of this emotional intelligence workshop. I'm going to tell this story as quickly as possible. It was a 3-month course for emotional intelligence. I love my brothers and sisters in this group. It was so important to me. It was changing my life. It was getting me comfortable with the truth, really comfortable with the truth. I was very brave about it. And but the last night there, I was the MC of the event that we had to put on and organized to raise money. That was part of one of our projects. Well, she got drunk at the party and started accusing me of having sex with all the guys and the girls that were there. And we were really close, like brother and sister. And mind you, I'd done some crazy things in my life, but we weren't having sex. None of us. We were just brother and sister. But she started accusing me. And we got in a fight. And then, long story short, they ended up kicking me out of the group. And I was devastated, because I had all this momentum. I had people that loved me. And then all of a sudden, this entire group turned their back on me. They said they didn't feel safe around me because they knew my history. What's up, man? They knew my history. So they didn't feel safe with me, so they kicked me out. So I was so angry with God. I was so angry, and I said, oh, F it. I'm done. And so the first thing I got back on a sex app, started going on a meth bender, and like was going nuts for about a month. I was going on these 3-day benders. Well, anyway, fast forward towards the end of the month. It's my 4th day being awake. I cannot find any drugs, and I can't find anyone to have sex with that would have the drugs. And I remember this comedian talking about drinking their own urine to get high. And so I ended up drinking the urine and got high as,
Does that really works? Like,
yeah, it really works. It works with cocaine. It works with meth. I don't know what else it works with, because I haven't tried it with anything but cocaine and meth, but it works. So that got me kicked into another gear. And then here's the moment. This is the moment that changed everything for me. I'm sitting here, my phone in my hand. The meth kicked in for my urine. Still hunting for sex. Because again, I couldn't stop, man. It didn't matter if I had 20 partners in one night. Like, I'm a deviant.
Just kept going.
Deviant. All of a sudden, I feel what I believe was the presence of God just drop in on me.
that's right.
Right here, on this side of me. Here's my computer. Got my computer with porn on it. My phone with the sex app. And then all of a sudden, the presence of God. I'm not done with you yet. This is going to suck, but I am not done with you yet. That shook me. And then all of a sudden, I start getting these instructions. You don't get the luxury of secrets anymore. You're going to put a spotlight on your shadow world. You're going to show everybody the supernatural power of truth. And to give you the exact time this was, you can look up videos on YouTube of Charlie Sheen when he's talking about tiger's blood. All of a sudden, I get this question: Do you want $250 million in the bank? I'm like, yeah, of course I would. And he goes, do you want to write $15 million hush payments to keep all your secrets quiet? Because that's what Charlie Sheen was doing. And I'm like, no.
Good.
You're going to build your empire on a mountain. You're going to build your empire on a foundation of truth, and you're going to build it so wide that it can never be taken from you. When you mess up, if you have a relapse, you go beat the crap out of someone. That's loud. If you beat the crap out of someone, if you cheat, if you lie, you're gonna go on your talk show, Gratitude Unfiltered. That's when he gave me the name of the show, Gratitude Unfiltered. You're gonna show people the supernatural power of truth. You're gonna confess. You're gonna talk about all of it. And so this is the craziest part of this. So I get some other instructions. We won't go into all that right now. I could have been hallucinating, right? Could have been. Well, I put the phone down, turned the porn off. Actually, I erase all my history and do all that stuff and out of habit. And I get everything off my phone. I delete all the crazy images of what I've been doing. And I go to bed. The next day, I wake up. Or I don't know if it was a day and a half later or next. Whenever I woke up to a message. I need to talk to you right away. I know you don't know who I am, but I have a message I'm supposed to give you. It's some woman, we're still friends to this day, and if she watches this episode, she'll go, yeah, that was me. She's still in my life to this day. But she lived in Texas, I was in LA. And she goes, I've had it on my heart to message you for over 2 weeks. She goes, but I just was like, this is crazy. Why? I don't know this guy. I don't know how to get a hold of him. She goes, but God kept bugging me about it. She goes, I have to tell you this. So we get on the phone. She literally shares the same message with me that God gave me the night before. And on top of this, she said, instead of looking for a job, you need to rest. You need to spend time with God and get clear on what you're supposed to do. And gave me different things that I needed to go look up and read. And even those things were like right on target with what I was being told. Next day comes, a different person, the same message with additional instructions. The next day, the third day, I know this guy, and when he pops up, then I know I have to listen.
Good.
The same message those two said, they don't know each other, by the way, with more instructions. Fourth day, another person I knew. Annie Lobert for Hookers from Jesus. She gives me a message. Then the fifth day, the first woman adds all the messages up plus something new. Changed the course of my life forever. So the devil inside me was born. I'd never written a book before, but it was born from that moment. Drinking my pee to get more high, which led to me talking to what I believe was God. And even if I was hallucinating, I wasn't hallucinating the 5 other people.
That's right. So talking about coincidence. Do you believe in coincidences? Like, do you believe in coincidence?
I don't know, man. I don't know if I believe in that or not. I believe in alignment. I believe in synchronicities. I believe that everything truly happens for a reason. We have a power with what we do with what happens. Like life happens for us, not to us.
Not to us.
But anyway, yeah, I don't know if I believe in coincidences or not.
I see.
Joshua's life and work have been forged through lived and life's lessons, through lived experiences. And today, Joshua helps creators, founders, students, churches, ministries, non-profits, schools, NGOs, and underserved, underserved communities build sovereign media ecosystems through media company in a box. Certification pathways, consulting, workshops, and local media hub development. His work in Cameroon, Uganda, and beyond is rooted in one mission: helping people own their own voice, own their platform, own their revenue, and own their future. We are happy you were here with us. We don't want to end this episode. I don't know if we're going to do several episodes more and more, but we're going to come to you. We're going to come to Limbe. We're going to sit. We will talk about this more. But for this moment, I just want to say you are an inspiration. And what you've given us here today, what we've heard here today, saved somebody. There's a lot of addiction, there's a lot of stories, there's a lot of things that happen, especially in the Limbe where you are now. Okay. In Bamenda, admits this crisis, because all of us, we run from there. We hear a lot of stories about kids getting into drug, a lot of early marriages and early pregnancies, because there's a lot of non-sensitization we have around. So I'm grateful. We are grateful. The Microphone Kartell. We say we don't have a lot to give, but there is more coming. This cup is just one of it. But I just want to say today has been one of the blessed days we've had here. We are grateful you're here.
Thank you.
God bless you.
God bless you.
Everything you've said here, we didn't take it with just a teaspoon of salt. We took it with the sea, the ocean of Limbo, that we can see every salt that is in it to actually put and say, okay, this is something. We will grow with it. We are going to, this moment is going to be memorable for the longest. And this episode, we will push it hard. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much for the opportunity.
Coming.
Thank you both.
Thank you very much, sir.
God bless you. God bless you.
God bless you,
Very
man.
appreciated. Your efforts are very highly appreciated.
Thank you.
Oh Lord,
Let's back to the jingle.
I love this song.
Try my best so yeah more before everyone sees.
So while we are vibing, can you tell us, like,
chop up and beans.
can you give us an advice? How do you felt the hospitality? How was the podcast? How was the hospitality? Were we like welcoming? Did you enjoy yourself? Was it fun? Or tell us.
Listen, I really do appreciate the hospitality. I appreciate, I mean, I don't know if you want me saying everything on air.
No,
but
the podcast. We're talking about the podcast.
Okay.
The podcast.
No, you guys are great. You're well prepared. I got to tell you something. The preparation, to me, I'm not an easy interview, because most people are like, so tell me your story. I'm like, that's a terrible thing to tell me. Like, which story do you want?
Which story do you want?
Because I paint the picture. I go into details that maybe some people don't want, but I paint the picture. So one story could last 4 hours.
That's right.
I don't like that. You came prepared. You asked the right questions. You got a really good balance of what I am. I mean, there's more to me, but you did a great job. I'm actually so impressed with the preparation.
Thank you.
The setup, and also the willingness to go. Like, I mean, the light went off a couple times, right? We kept on going. Like, you keep. It's not about perfection. It's about real.
That's right.
And there's a purity to what you all are doing. I think is great. What I also appreciate is that you're very passionate about what you do, because a lot of these podcast hosts get on here, they're not prepared. You know, they're not passionate. They're doing it to try to get some likes and attention, and you all do it because you care. So that to me says you're going places. And I think that because of that, also, your podcast is marketable. I think sponsors should be looking at you all. Also, I think the way that you're putting over different artists and other things, you guys have a setup and the heart and the vision to do something really, really special with this. And on top of that, put other future podcasters, put them up too. Like, you guys could have a whole academy where you're using the space to train other people to get their messages out. I mean, obviously it's a revenue stream for you all, but you know, you guys have the heart for it, where I see you pouring into other people too. And that's where it's at, because that makes you better. But then you're also helping get more voices out to the world. There's a lot of people that are afraid to do podcasts here that need to be doing podcasts, because the world needs to hear the voices of Cameroon more than, there's a lot of voices that need to be heard, but the world needs to hear the voices of Cameroon.
Ladies and gentlemen, the world's mayor. Thank you very much. Thank you. We said it all.
Been a long time coming, way man don't they walk. Bolo for this side, don't been around the clock. No some 100 men, then way they walk at 7 o'clock. If you shake the film, move your blood. Fear that men, them from Boko, way life will keep their dog. Finish pop your 2, then hustle plug for rock. If life been a dice, now me be 66. Men then Jordan, them that shit, they make me sick. Jason drag me for forest, say me will make music.